Hello everyone, this will be the first video I'm making on my 36-gallon Beaufront aquarium. I'm going to show you all the different species I have in here today. So these guys up front, I have regular tiger barbs and albino tiger barbs. I have these beautiful long skirt black tetras. I have some x-ray tetras up at the very top as well. See, all the other ones like to hide. There's a platinum balloon belly. I love that big old gut on them. That long skinny fellow in the back zooming about is the pearl danio. I have my emerald cory cat right here. You can sort of see the little bit of shine he's got to him. I have a Dalmatian molly right here. You can see all the spots all over him. There's my rainbow shark. I love the red and black colors they have on them. Back here in the corner, I have my two solid black mollies. I have my gourami that just took off, my little dwarf honey gourami. I also have a whole bunch of different species of snails. I have some nearite snails, I have some black mystery snails. There's my golden, I didn't see her at first. My golden snail. Let's see if we can find the gourami. She's hard to catch. She's usually hiding back here in the plants. There's another one of the snails. Let's see, where'd he go? There he is. You can sort of see him. He's really dark. And then we have a whole bunch. We get about 20 shrimp. And we also have a coolie loach. The coolie loach is always in the pirate ship and never comes out. Oh, no, there he is. I lied. He's actually in the pirate ship today. I'm not the pirate ship, the treasure chest. See if I can zoom in on him just a little bit. See if we can. The little green spots you're seeing, it's pieces of algae. I keep a little bit of algae in the tank for my snails. And I believe that is all of our fish. I will do more videos. I'm going to head to the pet store later on. I'm going to get some, I believe they're called bloody nose tetras, and you will see once I post that video. So I was doing an inspection on my fish, like a little exam, make sure they're all healthy. And a few of my black skirt tetras and the x-rays right back there have a few spots of ick on them. And since it's a easily transferable disease in fish, I'm just going to go ahead and treat the whole tank. So stated in the previous video, I have a 36-gallon Beaufront, I'm not sure really how to pronounce it, aquarium. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you what I use. I use the It Guard, the Tetra brand. It comes with 8 different tablets, and each tablet does 1 gallon. So I'm going to go ahead and put half this in there, half the packets. And I'm going to show you how fast that the water changes once they fully dissolve. So I'm going to prop you up right here. Make sure you have a good view. Looks good to me. I'm going to go ahead and start popping them in one at a time. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and start inserting them. There we go, got it open. So the first one, I'll go ahead and try to toss that one over a little bit. Immediately starts to dissolve. In a few minutes you'll see how blue it actually gets. This is actually the second treatment I've had to do on this tank. And it usually happens when I insert new fish. The newest fish I've recently purchased are the X-ray tetras. And eventually I'm going to go get some, I believe they're called Bloody Nose Tetras, and you will see why they're called that once we go and get them at the store later on. Right now, let's make sure these fish are healthy before we get any more fish. So one more tablet. You can already start to see the different shades of blue coming in. It's sort of showing up on camera, but nowhere near as much as it is in person. This last packet's getting a little stubborn with me. Alright, got it open. So let's go ahead and drop this very last one in. And I'm going to leave the filter running and the aerators going to help spread that out a little bit more. You can sort of see the first tablet right here is almost completely gone already. And if you can hear somebody screaming in the background, that is one of my roommates. He gets very vocal once he plays his games. It's getting really like a deep blue on my side. Oh yeah, it looks good. It's getting good. And this right here, usually, in my cases that I've always had, it only takes about a day. And the fish start to clear up. There's no ick on them. And usually what ick is, it's a stress response. If they get too stressed out, it could happen when you're doing a water change, inserting new fish, just anything that agitates them. This can give them ick. And that is easily transferable to any fish in your tank, any creature really. And so you want to get that treated as soon as possible. So I always come out here for about 5-10 minutes a day, and I monitor them. I give them a little visual exam, and I make sure that everybody's doing healthy and eating. And we will actually be doing an eating video later on. It's very simple. It's nothing real extraordinary. But I will do a video on that and how much I feed each fish. Alrighty, so bad news, guys. I went in and talked to the guy about the Bloody Nose Tetras, which I figured out the real name was a Rumney nose with an M. So I went in and I was like, okay, well, I need a good algae eater. Which one would you recommend? And so he recommended this little guy in here. Let's see if we can find him. See him swimming around in that little bag. His name is actually an algae eater. He says he gets about 2 to 3 inches long, and he'll be great for the algae. He never slows down. He never stops swimming. So we're going to go add him to the tank. But first, we are going to head over to PetSmart, and we're going to get some more supplies for the tank. And then I also want to see if they have any new snails in stock that also help with the algae. Finally made it to PetSmart. Let's go ahead and see what snails they got in stock. Alrighty, so just got out of PetSmart. And so I got 3 Pearl Danios. There's one, the other 2 are like right below the camera. There they are. Also got another Dalmatian Molly. And then over here is another ivory snail. So I went in and got the Dalmatian because we had one Dalmatian at the house and he looked really lonely. And then the Pearl Danios are actually schooling fish, so I thought having one would be kind of bad. So I went ahead and got 3 more, make a small school. Well, let's go ahead and get these guys and that algae eater from Petco back home and in the tank. We've just made it back home from Petco and PetSmart. PetSmart took a little longer than expected, so I'm going to hurry up and put these fish in the tank, let them acclimate. I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to pull y'all back just a little bit so you can see the top of the tank. So, show you what I do. If you hear any noises in the background, it's my dog Joey. He went with me. He's very talkative. Go ahead and turn this light off. So usually I do leave the lid off to the side, but these are bigger bags and I have more than just one this time. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do it. So, one from PetSmart, fairly simple. Fish are in the bag, they're in there, they're looking good, still pretty cool. I just set them right there in the tank, just let it float around, and then I time it, so in about 15 minutes we'll come back. The one from Petco is a little different. They usually double bag it for me. So what I mean by double bag is they put a bag inside of a bag, literally. There's the empty space of the second bag. First bag's on the inside. I'll show you. I'm gonna pop the rubber band knot. I'm gonna pop that off. You might be able to hear it. So, yep, there it was, a little pop. And then it puts them upside down into the second bag. So as I'm pulling out, I try to go easy because I don't want to stress the fish out. And actually, if I turn it slowly this way, it should be easier. Yep, there it goes. It's a little easier for me to do it that way. And then we're just going to pop him right there beside the PetSmart bag. He's still doing good. I'm not sure how well y'all can see the fish. You can see him just a little bit. It's a little dark in the tank without the light on it. But we're going to let those acclimate. In about 15 minutes, we'll come back and we'll release them into the tank. Alrighty, so this is my setup. I have a towel down on top of a table just in case any water spills. I got my big 5-gallon bucket to dump all the water in. And there's my net to catch the fish. I'm going to show you what I do to put the fish in the tank. So we will start with Petco because he's been in there the longest. Just going to shake him just a little bit, not too much, just to get a few droplets of water off so we don't get it in the carpet. Then again, I just grab the bottom and the top and I pull. Sometimes the top of the bag's wet, so you got to keep going. Finally, ooh, I always get every time. Then turn your hand off a little bit, keep pulling until eventually it'll pop off. Actually get a good enough grip on it. There it goes. Get a little pop. So the rubber band is now against the wall. So here's my fish. I'm gonna grab the top of it. Make sure he's not in the bottom corner. Grab that and just slowly funnel him in. There it goes, and they're flopping around. I'm going to show that to you real quick. They're flopping around. Alrighty. Now we're just going to go ahead. We're just going to dump them in. There he goes. And when I get the lid back on, I'll show you all the new fish we got today. So, same situation for this one. Get it. A lot more water in this one. Shake it just a little bit. I always like to keep the bags. That's why I don't like cutting them open or busting open the side. Rubber bands I don't really care too much about. They're usually hard to grab on anyways. So let's see here if I can get usually a finger underneath the rubber band. There we go. Kind of like making a ponytail, just the opposite way. Just go ahead and do it. I used to slide them off. And I found out that took so much longer, especially if the top of the bag is dry or wet. It's too wet, you can't get enough grip. It's too dry. Rubber band just kind of sticks to the bag. But just got it off. So same situations. It's that snail's in that corner. I'm gonna just make them roll that way just for a moment. Just grab the top of it. Then we'll grab the bottom corner just like the previous one. And then slowly we're just going to funnel it right through the net. And make sure all the creatures get in there. Again, I'm going to show you. A few of them are flopping around, especially the little pearl danios. See if we can There he is, a little flop right there. So let's go ahead. We'll put these guys in. There they go. It's a big, beautiful Dalmatian Molly. So, put that right there. I'm gonna put the lid back on the tank. Grab the switch. There we go. It's still kind of blue from earlier when we treated the fish, but this solution will also help the new fish keep them calm as they get introduced to the new tank. So let's go see the new fish real quick. See if we can catch all the new ones swimming around. I've already lost the new Dalmatian, and I think, okay, let's see. There's one of the new Pearl Danios up there. There's the other two gonna be right here in the corner. Might be able to see them a little bit. I'd like to get that Dalmatian on camera. It's a beautiful, beautiful pattern on it. I bet it ran to the foliage over here, the plants to hide. Right down there at the bottom. Oh, it swam away. Let's see what's on the other side now. I might get a few questions about that little blue ball right there. It goes up to my emergency aerator. I bought this right before the storms hit a few days ago. Basically, you put 2 D batteries on the inside. Let me set y'all down just for a second. If I can open this up, it's got a little clip I gotta unhook. So, there's 2 D batteries right there. There's a little switch. You press it in. Right now it's off. A little bit further out. And then you press it in. It's gonna be a little bit shorter. Now it's on. So when it gets disconnected from power, let me show y'all. When it gets disconnected, you'll see that little blue ball right there. You'll see it start to bubble. Let's see if I can get a good view right there. Well, y'all see it start to bubble? It's lift up a little bit, creates a whole bunch. Now it's back off. I bought that just in case the power went out. Power's only been out about once or twice here, but it was only for like a minute or two, so I really didn't worry about it too much. But so far, the fish are doing good. And I usually give about 30 minutes to an hour before I feed them, especially after putting in new fish. So I will show you that later. Alright guys, so it's roughly been an hour now. I'm going to show you what I do to feed my fish. With this tanker here, it's fairly simple. There's a little hatch that pops open right here. At the moment, I'm using the goldfish flakes. I used to have about 40 to 50 goldfish in this tank, but I decided to give them to a classmate so I can get all these other beautiful fish. So what I do is I get about roughly a good sized pinch. Also, since we got new fish, I'm just going to first tap on the top. Usually they all start coming to the top when I tap. Just a decent sized pinch. I'm just going to sprinkle it in. I'm going to give a little bit pinch more. And then what I'm going to do is I use these Pleco wafers. I get these from Walmart. They're pretty cheap. I like these just because they dissolve really easily. They also put a lot of algae in the tank, which is what I'm really looking for. And I get about 3 of these, and I just plop them in, one every few seconds. And actually, I see the new algae eater down here at the bottom. Let's see if we can get a good look at him. There he is. There he goes. That's the new algae eater that I was looking for earlier. So that's what I do, and then when I get done, of course, I clean everything back up, I shut the top, and then down here at the bottom are my cabinets. So I'll open these up. Usually that table's not right there, so it opens up a lot wider. There's my food, I got my chemicals in there, I got my filters, my medicines, and my receipts. On this other side, this is where I keep all of my nets. I have an old toothbrush in there to clean the tank, and then have the bags as well. And that concludes a day of my fish. Thank you all for watching.